Hey, what's good, my fellow masters? So I had a request to make a video on how many apples can be saved in time for the next lottery event, Ilia's Karakuri Castle, which we know will start sometime in late April. And for those that are low on Forbidden Pages, Night Medals, Fool's Chains, Fangs, or Evil Bones, plus QP and EXP, then you will probably want to use lots of apples to farm up a storm during the next lotto event. Of course, I had considered covering this topic even before I saw that request, because I'm an FGO resource nerd. Not to mention, well, I'm low on apples and curious myself. So I'll be going over how many of these helpful AP restoring items we can obtain leading up to Ilia's Karakuri Castle, and how many can be gained after Ilia's Karakuri Castle to save up for the Christmas Lotto in December. I know there are some masters out there that have tons of apples and seemingly gain them faster than they can use them, and to that I say, how? Do I just farm way too much or something? Anyway, if your stock of apples is a bit on the low side for some lotto event farming, then I hope this can be helpful. As we are still in the midst of our Valentine's event, I'll start off with the apples we can gain from it, and this event provides quite a bit. From a combination of the point rewards and free quest first clears, there will be 11 bronze, 18 silver, and 19 golden apples we can, or for some, have already obtained. And given the remaining time for the Valentine's event and depending on your plans for the event shop, conserving most of these apples should be possible. Moving on to March, the pre-release campaign for the Chaldea Boys Collection event will have a consecutive login bonus, which will provide 8 silver apples. Then for the actual CBC event, Tales of Chaldean Heavy Industries, we can gain another healthy number of apples from point rewards and free quest first clears, 11 bronze, 13 silver, and 14 golden apples to be exact. Sometime in March, we can expect the Spring New Master Aid campaign. This will have several sources of apples and likely stagger throughout the campaign duration, which will be fairly lengthy. 5 silver and 6 golden apples can be obtained from the social media campaign reward and one of the limited master missions. Then there will be 3 sets of daily login bonuses for the campaign, with sets 2 and 3 providing a combined 8 golden apples. The Roadmap 2025 schedule outline we were given has the FGO arcade collab, Lilum Harlot, starting late March. It has a more modest amount of apples compared to the Valentine's and the CBC event, but we can at least look forward to 3 bronze, 5 silver, and 7 golden apples from free quest, first clears, and a couple of event missions. Then in late April will be the lotto event all of these apples are intended for, but there is still plenty of apples that will be provided by Ilia's Karakuri Castle. From the free quest first clears, 3 bronze, 6 silver, and 6 gold. Then from the first 10 lotto boxes, we can also obtain 30 bronze, 20 silver, and 10 more golden apples. And please keep in mind that the 11th lotto box and onwards will still provide 3 bronze apples per reward lineup. So the total number of apples we can effectively accumulate for farming use in the next lotto event is 58 bronze apples, 75 silver apples, and finally 70 golden apples. Now, if we just factor in the total number of silver and gold apples, that's good for a combined 107.5 full AP restores for your farming pleasure. Enough to gather up a good number of lotto tickets, at least to open up more than 100 lotto boxes from my experience. Maybe around 150, though I'm just spitballing here and trying not to overestimate. Of course, conserving all of these apples while playing through the events between now and Ilia's Castle may not be possible, but fortunately the Chaldean Heavy Industries and Lilum Harlot should run for about 3 weeks each, which means more natural AP available to, hopefully, limit the number of apples you need to do your desired farming for those events. Now, what about the number of apples that can be gathered up for the Christmas Lotto event? I'm going to assume we're starting from scratch, as in all of the apples were used to farm Ilia's Lotto event. Though even if you did spend all of the silver and gold ones, you're likely to have a large number of bronze apples from the Lotto reward lineups opened after the event concluded. With that said, the first source of apples post Ilia's Castle will be the Paper Moon pre-release campaign, likely to be around late May. It will have a login bonus that provides 3 silver apples and 4 gold. As announced by Letsengo, early June will be the start of the Mystic Eyes Symphony event. But as far as events go, it's a bit stingy on the apples, though to be fair, it's a tower event and does not have free quests to farm or even a shop to farm for, which explains the meager 3 bronze, 1 silver, and 2 golden apples we can gain from the event tower quests. In June, we can expect a counterpart to JP's 28 million downloads campaign, And it will have a consecutive login bonus where we can gain 10 silver and 10 golden apples, among other things, of course. In all likelihood, I think the summer event will start in late July, and there is a small campaign we can expect to accompany it, providing a commemorative login bonus of 18 silver apples and 3 gold after 21 cumulative logins. Then the summer event itself will provide another 2 bronze, 4 silver, and 3 gold from its free quest first clears and 1 of its missions. I've speculated that the Hunting Quest Part 13 will be scheduled mid to late August following the conclusion of the summer event. It will have a login bonus of its own with 7 golden apples as the rewards. Of course, these are probably intended for the Hunting Quest, as some specific material drops and even QP and class-specific embers will have significantly increased drop rates for this event. And in terms of materials, the ones featured for this Hunting Quest Part 13 are Evil Bones, Seashells, Soundless Bells, Spirit Roots, Poison Needles, Eggs of Truth, Spinal Fluid, Chaos Claws, Void Dust, and Swords of Twilight. Though it should be noted that Ilia's Karakuri Castle will have Evil Bones among its lotto rewards, and the Christmas lotto will have Seashells. So you will need to decide if there's something of value in this Hunting Quest to warrant spending some apples. However, overall lotto events do provide more efficient farming considering the range of rewards they provide, like class gems, embers, QP, mana prisms, friend points, and of course the ascension mats. I think the Wajino World Tour will probably be scheduled in September. Like the summer event, it will have a commemorative login bonus with 18 silver and 3 golden apples as rewards. From the event free quest first clears, we can gain an additional 2 bronze, 3 silver, and 4 golden apples. Also expected in September is NA's 3000 Days Anniversary. This will be a special campaign that will have a bunch of goodies, including 6 golden apples from a login bonus. Moving on to October, the first apple source we will encounter is the Grailfront pre-release campaign. It will have a login bonus, and among the rewards will be 1 silver and 1 gold apple. Soon after the start of the Grailfront pre-release will be the actual event, White Castle by day, Black Castle by night. It will have a commemorative login bonus which provides lots of apples, 18 silver, and 3 gold specifically. Then from the event free quest first clears, there will be 3 silver and 5 golden apples we can obtain as well. In November, there should be another downloads campaign counterpart, and the consecutive login bonus it will bring will have 10 silver and 10 golden apples among the rewards. The event to occur during November will be the new Guda Guda Super Goryokaku. It will have an associated login bonus campaign with 18 silver apples and 3 golden apples to add to our stock. And of course, there are the ones we can gain from playing through the event. A combined apple count of 7 bronze, 10 silver, and 10 gold from the point rewards and first clears of the event free quests. However, considering this Guda Guda Super Goryokaku is a raid type event, it may be a little challenging to conserve those apples for the Christmas lotto. So depending on if you see a particular resource you really need among the raid quest drop items, the raid portion of this event may be a good place to use more than just a few apples. For the past 3 years, the Thanksgiving campaign, NA Gets Late November, has provided at least 1 silver and 1 golden apple in the small login bonus. So I think it's reasonable to assume the same for this year. The Advent Calendar campaign we have come to enjoy each December usually has some apples in its login rewards. For the past few years, it has consistently provided 5 golden apples, though the timing of when these apples show up in the nearly month-long campaign can vary. But nonetheless, we should be able to count on these 5 golden apples for use during the Christmas lotto, even if it's near the tail end of the event. And finally, we come to the last event of the year, the Christmas lotto. Perhaps to give our apple stock a bit of a boost after the previous raid event, there will be a small login campaign that will provide 8 silver and 2 golden apples. From the event's free quest, we can gain another 1 bronze, 2 silver, and 8 gold. And of course, the first 10 lotto boxes, or reward lineups, will supply 30 bronze, 20 silver, and 10 golden apples. The 11th lotto box and beyond will each have 3 more bronze apples per reward lineup, if you need more and don't mind additional spinning of the lotto roulette. As for incentives for farming the Christmas lotto, the rewards lineup will provide an exchange ticket to choose 1 material from the selection of a reactor core, a warhorse horn, a primordial lanugo, an arrowhead of malice, or a crown of silvery light. Plus, naturally, the ascension mats within the rewards lineup, which include 2 homunculus babies, 2 seashells, 3 stakes of wailing knight, and 3 mystic gunpowder. In my opinion, the material exchange ticket feature of the Christmas lotto gives it an edge over the tournament-style lotto events like Ilia's Karakuri Castle. at least in terms of overall Ascension material farming. However, it does ultimately depend on which specific mats you want or need to accumulate, where in this case, the ones offered in Ilia's Lotto might be more enticing than Nemo's Christmas Lotto. You will have to make that determination whether to go all out with apple usage during Ilia's Karakuri Castle, or hold back a bit and save some for the Christmas Lotto. One thing I would like to point out is the difference in duration between the two Lotto events. When they ran on JP in 2023, Ilia's Lotto ran for 2 weeks, while Nemo's Christmas Lotto ran for 11 days. Only a difference of 3 days, but if NA's version of these events are scheduled for the same durations, then in regards to the Christmas Lotto, that will obviously affect the amount of natural AP available and the overall time we have to use the apples. It may turn out that one could have more apples to use than actual time to play, especially considering the busy nature of the Christmas holiday season. Just wanted to put that out there. Now, as for the total number of apples we can gain from the end of Ilia's Karakuri Castle up to and including the Christmas Lotto, we should have 45 bronze apples, 148 silver apples, and 100 golden apples. Combining the totals of the silver and gold apples would effectively give us 174 full AP restores. I would say that's a pretty hefty amount of potential farming for the Christmas Lotto. Of course, whether we can conserve most of the apples we gain until Christmas is another story. But fortunately, the expected durations for most of the events leading up to the Christmas Lotto are 3 weeks each. So at least there will be ample natural AP to take advantage of to help minimize apple usage, depending if you like to clear event shops or not. Though I suppose the Hunting Quest Part 13 will be an exception, with it expected to last for just 1 week. To help add to your apple stock, outside of what we've been discussing so far, I do encourage saving, quote-unquote, your AP by making bronze cobalt fruit, which I will simply refer to as blue apples. Whenever there is downtime between events, or if you simply don't have a particular need to do some farming, whether general or event related, make sure to convert the AP you would otherwise not use into blue apples so you can use that AP at a more opportune time. Additionally, raising the bond levels of your 1 and 2 star servants can also provide a few golden apples. You can get up to 3 gapples, having your 1 stars hit bond levels 6, 7, and 8, and up to 2 gapples for your 2 stars when they hit bond levels 6 and 7. Well, I really hope this was helpful in some way for those that may be low on gold and silver apples, or to those that may have been wondering which of the 2 Lotto events to focus their farming. If you got something out of this info, please do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. Let me know in the comments if you still have tons of apples, or if you're like me and need to conserve as many as possible for the Lotto events. Thank you as always for watching, and until the next one, cheers!